I'm Jon Schnitzer from the Brain Factory, and this is my interview with the legendary director, writer, and producer, Guillermo del Toro. He's the mastermind behind Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy 1 and 2, Blade 2, Kronos, The Devil's Backbone. He even, as a visionary producer, thought to team up a first-time writer with a first-time director and a first-time editor to create one of the best haunted house films of all time, The Orphanage. And he's got the biggest monster movie of all time coming out real soon. If you haven't seen the preview for it, check out the preview for Pacific Rim. It's his first movie in 3D, and you're gonna think I'm a total psycho once you hear how I start off this interview.
Guillermo, Blade 2 rules! Blade 2 rules! I like it. Oh my god, I love Blade 2. That we actually talked about it during my wedding ceremony.
Oh my god, not the honeymoon though.
It's true, I did talk about Blade 2 during my wedding vows, but there's a reason for it. I mean, you know most couples have a love song. There's that song that was playing when they were falling in love with each other, and it kind of sums up their relationship. Well, Blade 2 is our song. We knew we were falling in love with each other while we were falling in love with Blade 2, and what better movie to fall in love with than Blade 2? Blade 2 is like the Godfather 2 of vampire action movies, in that it far surpasses the original. I mean, the original one, who's the bad guy? Stephen Dorff? Stephen Dorff. I'm not afraid of Stephen Dorff. My wife's not afraid of Stephen Dorff. Why would Wesley Snipes or Blade be afraid of Stephen Dorff? He wouldn't be. Terrible bad guy. But then part 2 comes around, Guillermo del Toro comes on board, and all of a sudden, the bad guy is the best movie monster I've seen since the alien in Alien, the Reapers. Their mouths open up, they got these poisonous prongs, they stick into you, they paralyze you when they feed on you. Every time you kill a vampire in that movie, they blow up into a ball of fire with burning embers everywhere. Every time they open a door, it sounds the way you think it would sound in a comic book. I mean, it's like a living, breathing graphic novel. It's so much fun to watch. And we watched it so many times that even a friend of mine did a painting of me and my wife killing vampires from Blade 2. We even named our dog Guillermo del Toro, Momo for short. And yes, that's why we talk about Blade 2 during my wedding ceremony. So now you understand my love for Blade 2 and my love for Guillermo del Toro. I hope you enjoy my interview with Guillermo del Toro in 3D.
What can we expect on the Blu-ray for Blade 2?
Well, we did a really good transfer of it. I did a new audio commentary for it, and we tried to really use as much as we could from the features that we designed for the first DVD and Blu-ray that were an extraordinary type of editions, but the transfer is much, much, much better. And to the degree I could, I fixed a couple of effects.
And some of your stuff is in 2D and some of it's in 3D. Why Pacific Rim in 3D?
As we went along in the process, I was able to secure from the studio the creative control not to miniaturize the giant moments in the movie, to not force a 3D on it. We also secured the promise and the support to have ILM generate the VFX shot native 3D, and I secured finally enough time to do the conversion. So everything's good.
And also, as a producer, you've produced some of the best horror films of all time. The Orphanage is my favorite horror film of all time. What do you do when what do you look for in a script or in a director that makes you say, I'm going to produce their story, I'm going to bring their vision to the screen?
I like to find something delicate or beautiful in it, aside from the scary, and to find something more similar to a fairy tale in a way.